Welcome back to the Conference USA Basketball Tip-Off Show on ESPN. Next up, we're in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, to check in with the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders. We start with the women, who are coming off of a historic season, going 30-5 a year ago, on their way to a Conference USA championship and a win in the NCAA tournament. They come in as the preseason favorite in Conference USA, earning 9 of 10 first-place votes. They're one of two teams returning 3 all-conference players in Anastasia Boldereva, Jalen Gregory, and Tamia Scott. They did lose Conference USA Player of the Year Savannah Wheeler, but some exciting new additions. Courtney Blakely is back with the program. Alina Arike, the reigning Defensive Player of the Year from 2023, is with MTSU as well. Their non-conference schedule this year, it's as challenging as it gets. 4 NCAA tournament teams from a year ago, including a Tennessee team that this MTSU squad beat last year in Huntsville. We are excited now to welcome Lady Raiders head coach Rick Insell, as well as Anastasia Boldereva, onto the program. Thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here.
Well, Coach, last year was, simply put, another historic season for you guys. You guys have been a mainstay in the NCAA tournament. You've been 12 times during your tenure, but last year you finally get that win for the first time since 2007. What did that mean to this program?
Well, we felt like going in that we had a great chance to win a game. We had beaten Louisville the year before, so when you go into the NCAA tournament, the big thing you got to have the belief factor that you can get it done. Well, the year before we had beaten Louisville, so playing Louisville going in the first game, I didn't have to worry about the belief factor. I had to worry about getting our team ready offensively and defensively, and I think we stuck to our game plan and we ended up coming out on the winning side. But it's a great game. They played Jeff's a good friend of mine. I just thought that we had a great chance against LSU too, but there were some people that had a little more to do with that than my team.
Coach, another undefeated regular season a year ago in conference play. You've won 29 straight versus Conference USA opponents and 70 wins since that 2020-21 season against CUSA opponents. How do you guys continue to raise the bar year in and year out?
Well, I think, when you come to Middle Tennessee, you come here to win a championship. You come here to get into the NCAA tournament. We recruit to that. And we recruit to our schedule. I mean, our schedule year in and year out is a top 10 or top 15 non-conference schedule in the country. And we feel like that you've got to play those guys. It's getting tougher to get them to come and play us or us to go play them, because we're not just a gimme. I mean, when you play us, we're going to play you hard. Are we going to win them all? No. But we're going to win enough of them that maybe we can get in that large bid in the NCAA tournament. So if something does take place in the conference tournament, we get upset and somebody goes down with an ankle or whatever, then we still got a shot to get in the NCAA tournament.
Coach, obviously Savannah Wheeler no longer with the program, but you're bringing back 3 all-conference studs in Boldereva. You've got Gregory, you've got Scott. What is your expectations for the offense this season?
Well, we lost 2 great players in Savannah. And we also lost a great player in Courtney Whitson, and we brought Courtney since then on board as our operations person. So we kind of still got her there, and she helps kind of with the leadership role still. But we're a totally different team. Courtney Blakely, I don't know if there's anybody in NCAA that's as quick as she is. I just don't know if there's anybody out there as quick as she is. She has made drastic improvements on her three-point shooting, and she's going to give us a look that we hadn't had. I mean, Savannah was quick, but Courtney's just super, super quick. And then Alina, I think everybody in the conference, maybe except Liberty, they were not in the conference then, knew how good Alina was. She was the one person in the conference 2 years ago that we really had a problem defending her. When she went in the portal, we tried to get her last year. She went to Texas Tech, and we didn't get her. And then when she went back in the portal, she called us, and we got back in on her. Luckily, we were able to get her. But she's a tremendous player, great basketball IQ. She's much like a Courtney Whitson, to be honest with you. So, we feel real good about our basketball team. We got a lot of young players. And right now we're working hard working with them to get a little more depth.
Hey, we all know there's no rebuilds with this program. It's only reloads. But you're sitting next to your star setter, Anastasia Boldyraeva. You've coached a lot of great bigs in your career. What makes her stand out?
Well, she's got a great basketball IQ. She had a good skill set when she got here. And, you can't compensate for 6'6". She's closer to 6'7" than she is 6'6". And, if she gets the basketball, she's just got that it factor. Sometimes she's already got it read what she wants to do with the basketball when she catches it. Not only that, but she's probably one of our better 3-point shooters. So, whoever guards her, defends her, they've got to come out on the perimeter. And when you come out on the perimeter, you're opening it up for the quickness that we got. And then if you lay back in, Anastasia's going to knock down a three. So, I don't think there's any doubt about it. She's got a chance to be a top first-round pick in the WNBA draft. Her future is there's no ceiling on her because I still think there's a lot there for her to improve.
Now, Anastasia, you hear the praise from your coach. You think back to your background. You grew up in Russia. You choose to come to America to play your college basketball. What have you learned through that journey about yourself?
Honestly, a lot, because game basketball here is a completely different game than back home. It's just obviously much more physical. It's faster. You have to think much more. Well, I also didn't know what I'm going to get here before I came here. I didn't know how far I'm going to go basketball. It was more like, I play it just to play it, but now I play it because it's my career and I want to play it. I want to play in the future. So I learned honestly a lot, like basketball-wise and life-wise too here.
Now, obviously, last year, a season to remember for you. You break the program blocks record. You're the defensive player of the year in the conference. You scored the rock. What's next? How do you get better?
There's always where to get better. I can get better at what I was doing already, and I can even add more stuff to it. So I can't really say what exactly I'm going to be better at. I'm just going to work on everything I can work on.
Now, Anastasia, obviously fourth year now at MTSU. Every team is different, unique. When you look at this year's squad, what are going to be some of the differences that we're going to notice when you guys step on the court in just a few short weeks?
As Coach said, we have Courtney Blakely. We're going to have much faster speed of the game. You're going to see how everything, maybe not always is just running-wise, but like the quickness of thinking is going to be faster because we have so much more basketball IQ right now with her, with the leader. They see so much stuff. So it's going to be, I would say, just quicker.
Well, thank you both for your time. I appreciate it. Coach Insel, Anastasia, we hope you guys stay healthy ahead of the season and look forward to watching you play throughout the year and hopefully cutting down the nets again in Huntsville in just a few short months.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we will now take it over to the studio where Matt Warner and Kelly Deo are standing by to talk about a team that is absolutely loaded ahead of this season.
Yeah, a team that has been dominant, 29 straight wins over Conference USA opponents. We know they have talent. That's obvious. But what else is it about this program that's allowed them not just to play really well, but maintain that level of play for so long?
Well, they recruit so well. Obviously, they have a great overseas connection that continue to bring in, and in particular, the bigs. They are what has made this conference not just a guard conference, but inside interior game as well. And so their recruiting has been great. They develop players. Coach Insel talks a lot about his son, Matt, and what he does to develop players. This is an elite assistant coach that he's got on the bench right next to him, and he has a lot of those on that bench as well. So he's bringing in talent. He's developing them. And you see Boldyraeva at fourth year there. That was the same with Savannah Wheeler. He wants players to stay in that system so that they can have the kind of success they had last season.
You mentioned Wheeler, Conference Player of the Year. You lose her, and she was, I say this in the most complimentary ways, a dog. She was a dog on the floor. You know the stats. What else do you lose when she moves on, and how do you try to kind of adjust and replace her?
Well, you've heard a lot about Blakely already. Yeah. They said that's the quickest player on the floor. I cannot wait to see her in person. But I am going to say I know a lot of conversation about Boldyraeva, and she deserves it all. Probably could have had that preseason Player of the Year nod as well. But it's Tamia Scott for me. I think she is the dark horse on this team. She would do what she needed to because, you've got players like Wheeler and Boldyraeva. but she would drop 20 on you. She did that 7 times last season. Nobody even knew, what happened. She plays defense. She runs the floor. Players like that in this system are what make MTSU so successful.
Yeah, they are the standard in this conference, no doubt about it.